So just when the market starts to look bullish towards the end of the day after some recent sell-offs, we get even more sell-offs after hours today and more red into the evening. Now, this is actually super key because while a lot of investors are seeing great earnings, for example, like APLD came in with great earnings, we were in a trade after they sold off big time, like 8 or 10% after their earnings. On APLX, it was about 16% they sold down. And we entered into a little trade this morning, and we were expecting between $800 to potentially $1,000 profit here on a trade. It's fluctuating here after hours. It's down just about 100, and a lot of the stocks, despite having really good earnings, continue to sell off. And it's almost like when the markets go down, just when people think, oh, things are about to recover, the markets continue to sell down further. And we've got big things coming up. The FOMC meeting, we got Fed meeting tomorrow. We've got big earnings tomorrow. Some of the top earnings that we'll be looking forward to here include Vertiv. So that's going to give us a good pulse on the data center markets. We got the SK Hynix quantum adjacent chip name there. And then big time after hours, Meta. And then we've got Microsoft. So Meta and Microsoft will give us a lot of insight into what we're seeing for actual good earnings and whether or not the market's going to continue up in this direction that we're seeing over the last few quarters. But again, still seeing that consolidation and sell-offs after hours. So a lot of times what we're looking for is the opportunities to slow down a bit when you would expect that, yeah, there's the Iran war and you have some surprise attacks that are taking place, that can kind of drive things down. There's other factors that should keep the markets afloat, and they still continue to sell off. For example, really good earnings, 400% year over year growth in the revenue, for example, for APLD. I mean, these are the types of movements. Even quantum markets got a little bit of a breath of fresh air yesterday, but we didn't believe in it enough that we even shorted, for example, QBTS. They came out with a new deal with AT&T yesterday, and we ended up actually shorting QBTX. That was a nice 10% trade we caught in our daily live trading yesterday, that a lot of members actually were able to take advantage of as well. And just so you guys know, in the second link below, when the markets are down, you can get the lowered price as well. You can get lifetime access to our daily live trading sessions and get our community group. Normally it's 150 off for this last week, but what we're doing is actually a $250 off when you go get a one-time payment. Again, not a subscription or anything like that, to tune on into our live trading sessions. Again, it's the second link in the description below. Now, what we're seeing again are these big earnings leading into tomorrow. Last time that we saw the whole market start to rally, especially in the AI markets, was when we started to see really good earnings from Oracle, and then we saw really good earnings from Micron, and they pulled back a little bit after, but then we saw really bullish earnings with Google, and the whole market's rallied heavy. However, as of recently, we saw, for example, excellent earnings with Supermicro. They saw a little bit of a spike there from 23 up to 30, but they're kind of selling down. Excellent earnings with APLD. Even Google's looking good, but we've seen the AI market still sell off aggressively here, especially after hours. And so there's some stocks that are anticipating some bullish momentum into tomorrow. And again, just because they're anticipating it, we still got to see, because we could have Fed rate hikes and then bad inflation data, or we could have a lot of things like that Iran war, but ultimately owning assets is probably the best place to be. And you guys know how I stand on that. I mean, if you look at China, for example, they're hoarding massive amounts of gold right now. They're looking to reprice the dollar. If you go back to the history of the dollar, and we can go deep into it, but essentially, if you look, back at, for example, Roosevelt, and you look at the repricing of the dollar, where we had the U.S. essentially put sanctions, or essentially request that all people give their gold to the government, and then they repriced the dollars and the gold. Essentially, that was a massive shift in economy. around 1931, I believe it was, or 33. And then the dollar became, more unstable. And right now, if the dollar becomes unstable because of things like war, because of things like uh, manufacturing, or still got to deal with China and the tariffs, or the fact that they're lowering their debt to all-time lows with the US, and the US is seeing all-time highs in debt, and that we could see, for example, US dollar lose some of its value. Inflation's been slightly high, not massively high, but slightly high. If you see that take place, assets are oftentimes the best things to hold. So overall, things, just to be focusing here, it's good. But when we're looking at the opportunities of where you can actually make money in this market, I wouldn't encourage any beginners to actually be shorting the market. Occasionally we were just doing it yesterday where we saw a big spike, and just right now I just got off the phone with an investor. They're working with 2x, and in order to really trade 2x or leverage, there's a lot of understanding that you have to really come to in order to be able to trade profitably, or work with, for example, leverage, or work with margin. And I wouldn't encourage anybody to have margin at this time with this volatility. You look at the markets and you start to see some bullishness into the end of the day, and it looks like things are going to look good towards the end of the day, and then you just see big dumps after hours, continuing more of the sell-offs. And with margin, it's where you can really get caught. You can get caught with some positions that are going down twice as much, not to mention not just like a 1% or 2% annual fee, but some of these 2x positions, most of them have this rebalancing where you end up having decay, to where even if you wait 3 months, and what is, for example, on APLD, it might be a recovery to $35 that you're looking for, or on let's say Google, you're looking for a recovery on Google over here, and you go to Google stock, and maybe you were trading Google bullish, and when you're trading Google, you're expecting it to get back to, I don't know, let's say the overall uptrend that it's been in over the last year, and we see this big pullback, and you're expecting it to kind of bounce here, continue back up to 380 or something. While that's a 16% gain, it's most likely going to happen, and buying the underlying shares is going to be the move, because if you go and you trade GOOX, you go to the 2x, for example, try and take advantage of the 2x moves, there is a decay. While it looks like, oh, if it gets back to those levels we just pointed out, it's going to be a 15% recovery there. It's going to be a 30% recovery here. Not so fast. If it takes a little bit more time, that move where it gets back to here on the 2x, it will not be as high. It might not recover nearly as much. In fact, there's a lot of decay on holding 2x positions long term. The only time that you'll ever see me holding 2x positions long term, we have one, for example, we're okay holding overnight because we got up initially. Now it's down today about 3.5% on APLX. But the only time that we ever hold 2x positions for multiple weeks or multiple months is when we get into a position where the growth happens very quickly, immediately. I'll give you an example. We were trading in our live sessions, and we went over the position. I think it was a 700% gain that we made on SOXS, somewhere in here. I could find it somewhere right here. And in that 700% gain, for example, not saying this to brag, not saying this to, say you have to do this, but we kind of break down the video. I'll leave the video in the description here for you guys in the third link below. But essentially, like, what we talked about was it takes a lot of attempts. We have proper risk management. There's a lot of learning you want to go through in order to trade 2x. And we can lose 200, 200, 200, for example, time and time again by managing risk, and then be able to go make 100 grand later on, because essentially we get the breakout, and once we're up, then we hold with that padding. But we don't want to hold once we get down more than a certain amount that we're comfortable with, especially in the 2x stocks, because the decay is big. The amount of money that you could end up losing is much greater. And so even on stocks like Google, or even on stocks like Microsoft on the 2x during these times, you just want to be careful with margin. Again, if you're a beginner, would encourage you just don't use margin unless you really have learned it. Now, for example, the biggest risks that we're looking at here in the markets, the number one thing we got to watch tomorrow is the Meta earnings. Meta earnings come in good, like we're looking at here. Meta is expecting EPS around 7.19. Microsoft is also coming up with potentially 16% year over year growth. If they come in with those numbers, they actually crush it. And then we got a Fed meeting tomorrow, so we don't know that that's going to be the case. What I'm saying is just monitoring that, kind of seeing the pulse on what things look like in the market. It's going to be where we're going to see the movement. There's a lot of things happening tomorrow morning as well. Big moves. There's a couple multi-billion-dollar AI data center companies that are going to be reporting as well tomorrow morning, which we'll be watching at our market live session. And again, if you ever want to tune on in, as I mentioned, we do have it because the market is down. You can also get a lowered price on our A to Z blueprint, the private groups, and then our daily live trading sessions. If you want to watch me trade live at market open, that's going to be the second link in the description below. And you get access to everything in the community, and you get $250 off. Just use that code in the second link so you can actually get a one-time payment for lifetime access. Because we're seeing the markets down, we do have the prices a little bit lower at this moment. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.